Hi guys, welcome to JKT Radio Podcast episode 98! And I am your host, Moses Bun, or Kira, or... The fuck is that?
Ah, fuck.
No fuck. There are no fucks.
Oh,
This
shit.
is my... There are no fucks on this Christian podcast.
Damn it, we ran out of fucks.
Yes. This Christian
I thought we were supposed to
podcast.
restock before we started. God damn it.
We're still out of stock from last week.
I've got no fuck
Shit.
you. I've gone
And
to
we
go.
both,
the
and we
trucks
all
have been
know how
coming.
that turned out, so...
I've gone to
Hey,
go.
No
you should
stocks.
let Kira continue to
I've
open.
gone to go
Yeah,
fuck
I'm sorry.
shopping, but there's no
No
fucks
stop.
left to buy.
Alright, you know what? It's Christmas time. It's actually technically Christmas for me right now.
What?
Christmas is on different days and different nationalities.
That's true. Hanukkah ended it today.
What?
I broke Garrus. Yeah, Hanukkah's a thing.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
I know that, but like,
Santa Claus is today.
right, you're Dutch, aren't you, or something?
Yeah, fuck it.
Listen,
Got it.
I mean,
All right,
I'm
so I
afraid
wanna
the
be
last
holiday-
name gave it away.
We're not advertising
Just
our
a little.
last names on this podcast, even though we probably.
My
already
last name has been on this podcast already, Chris.
said. Yeah, I know.
It has.
My full name's on this podcast.
Was it a mistake? Probably.
Definitely.
No. I want to be Christmas or holiday themed cookies, so I'm going with my favorite gingerbread. And I'm joined by my other holiday themed cookies, Chris
Shortbread.
McBride.
Oh, I think the answer I want to give is one that Chris already said, but sugar cookies?
I think those are different. Technically.
Sugar cookies and shortbread are different kinds. Of
Excellent.
technicality. Devin.
I'm liking the
Can you
So
do
I'm
it?
thinking no sugar cookies. Yeah, that was the
You
thing.
could technically
Yeah.
say chocolate chip.
Yeah, but that's a basic.
Not
bitch.
a holiday cookie.
It
Not
is though because you
technically.
put them out for Santa.
You
Nope,
can
you
technically
are not.
put any cookie out for Santa.
Also, you don't
Yeah.
really.
Oh, ginger snap.
Yes.
There it is.
But also,
I'll accept ginger snap.
you know what's also really good? Those fucking like even though I'm technically allergic to coconut, like those coconut macaroons with like the chocolate and the powdered sugar, and they're like no bake cookies. I
No.
should not eat them because I'm allergic to coconut, but I don't fucking care.
Chris,
Me.
stop fucking eating them.
No! I will eat whatever I desire and then later on will spend 3 years on the toilet.
So
Exactly.
Starbucks has a little like sugar cookie latte. I've been obsessed with
Oh.
it lately.
I really love
The sound of that hurts.
They're goddamn amazing.
I love peppermint.
The peppermint mocha.
Just in general. I don't know.
just
I haven't had
peppermint and all-
I
yeah.
haven't had a Starbucks peppermint mocha. I just love peppermint in general.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have there's a box of candy canes that are meant to go on the tree, and I am impressed. I've had them for several weeks, and I have not eaten a single one yet.
Wow.
Don't know how.
Wow.
Probably because they're hidden, and I constantly forget that they exist.
That's always the best way. If you don't know they're there, then they stay alive
That's how
longer.
you hack ADHD. If you can't see it, it does not exist.
Speaking of ADHD, funny enough, my lead guitarist recently got diagnosed with ADHD.
Oh, good for him. And also, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I think we all had a
It was
hunch,
good for him,
and
but I'm
then
like,
we all had a
It's hard-
hunch, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
he shows up for practice yesterday, and is like that was one because I always ask how everybody's doing, and that was the thing that he led with, and he was like, okay, cool, had an inkling for a while there, but good to know that it's finally diagnosed.
Yeah, I
So
found out.
he's on pills and everything. So
Oh, good for him. Yeah, because I found that
Yeah.
I have to get. There's so many. The entire medical system fucking hates ADHD, especially right now.
No, yeah, I'm aware because I had to schedule a doctor's appointment to actually get like confirmed.
It's even worse when it is diagnosed because okay, so here's the bullshit that you have to go through, especially right now with the medical system. And I'm sorry, you started something. So
I'm sorry.
with my fucking medication, because it's a controlled substance, you can't exactly just get refills. No, you have to call the doctor, which, okay, not happening. Then you have to call the doctor, and especially right now with COVID times or whatever you want to call it, guess what? You can't just go in for a walk-in appointment. No, you've got to call and then have the doctor call you back. Which, again, okay, like I answer my phone. But then you have to get the prescription. Then you have to get the prescription sent to the pharmacy. Then you have to wait however long it takes. Then you have to go down to the pharmacy to pick it up. And guess what? It lasts a month, and then you have to do it all over again. So I've been off my medication for about 2-3 weeks now. It's also
Really,
super
really
expensive.
quick questions here. Really quick questions here. This might only apply to me because of my extensive medical family history.
Yes.
You can get free refills on substance controls because I can get free refills on oxycodone.
Well, okay, you can sort of. Technically, so because it also depends on if you have a family doctor or not. Family doctors can prescribe refills. Non-family, like walk-in clinics can't. But it's easier for me to go to the walk-in clinic because it's closer. Also, they'll only prescribe, and like you can kind of get refills, but like you only get like 2, and then you have to do the whole process again, anyways. And it's a nightmare.
Yeah, you're only allowed to do 2 to 3. You're only allowed to do 2 or 3 months actually, in case something happens in those 2 or 3 months where it has to change. That is a medical law. You're not allowed to have more than that.
The whole process itself.
No matter what it is.
The whole process itself is just frustrating. Especially because you also have to remember, like, hey, I'm getting low, I should call the doctor. Oh, I'm out, I should call the doctor. Oh, I've got to wait for the appointment. Oh, I've got to wait for the refill. Oh, I've got to make sure I schedule when my refill, like, I have to schedule when to take my pills based on, like, if I'm getting low and I'm like, okay, well, I need this pill for this work. So therefore, I'm going to skip Sunday so I can take it on Monday so I have a medication for when I'm at work. Like I said, I've not been on my medication for about 2 weeks now because it's also $116.
Not covered by medical? You don't have medical.
If there was medical, then yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not covered right now.
Yeah, you're in a weird kind of limbo point with your job.
Yeah,
so
I'm basically just kind of waiting until January.
Well then.
I also
That explains a lot.
recently found out, like, within the last couple weeks that I'm actually autistic, so yay, that's a fun thing to find out. Anyways.
I mean, like, did you get it like medically diagnosed?
No,
or?
no, that's a whole other story. It costs like several $1,000s to get, assuming. So there's 2 ways. As an adult,
It is that no.
you have to get it for the most case you have to get it privately done, which costs several $1,000s. You might be able to get it done through like a psychologist, but I don't really know how to go about doing that, and also have to call my family doctor to see if they can refer me to get a psychologist to do it, and then I also have to then advocate for myself to make sure to be like, hey, don't brush me off, actually take this seriously, and I'm afraid. So I haven't done that yet, because also, calling people's hard.
It is. I hate calling people.
Yeah.
I have another question. And this is, I don't know again if you can do this or if this is just a North Van thing. I can email the doctor
No, I don't have an email for
and
this
get a
doctor.
prescription refill.
I don't
No,
have-
you email the doctor's office. You text them and go, I need this. And they say, here you go.
No.
Yeah.
No talking.
Not as
Yeah,
far
I
as
can't.
know.
I can't do
No
that.
talking.
No.
No, I got to call and set up a thing every time.
Yeah.
I only talk to an automated service to refill a prescription.
I wish.
And it's not even mine.
Like, here's the thing. I had, like, scheduled... The only thing is that I had called the doctor and then scheduled for the appointment, and they told me, like, they were going to call, like, say, I don't remember the exact time, but it was like, 4 o'clock. And then they call me, it was like 4:30 or something like that, and then they call me an hour later when I'm not looking at my phone, and then when I go to call back, they don't answer, so I'm like, well, fuck it, I guess I'm not dealing with this for another
like this
week.
was originally supposed to be taken care of like a week or so ago, but then your doctor never fucking called you.
They called me an hour after they said they would call me. So.
Yeah, and you missed the call because like life.
I was in the. I think I was in the shower. or
You were in the
something.
shower, yeah. You weren't available to grab your phone, and then you tried to go back, and it's like, well.
Anyways, I should probably get off this rant because I could go
Yeah.
on about this.
Yeah, you saw that, huh?
You sent it explicitly to me. I don't know how I couldn't see it.
What did you
There's
send?
a reason I did that.
Kira just said,
I
we
know what
stuck
I'm
here
doing.
now.
Wait, what?
Kira just
I know
said,
what I'm
we
doing.
stuck here now because I started my rant. Listen, I
You-
hyperfixate on subjects. You start a subject I'm interested in. You're here now. You don't get a choice.
It's like when
There's a
we
reason
go on
I did
to,
what I did.
It's like when we go on to our Friday D&D game and somebody brings up Dragon Age and suddenly we are like an hour into
look,
our
we
D&D
mentioned D&D
session
again.
and we haven't started our D&D session, but we have had an hour-long conversation about fucking Dragon Age.
Well, Dragon Age's fun.
I mean, Dragon Age is fun. I love
But
it.
also, I love it. It's been 10 minutes and we've already mentioned D&D.
Well, Jesus Christ, we all play D&D.
D&D
It's
and
the-
Dragon Age all in
and
one. That was a
Dragon
new
Age.
one.
It's my
You
only
got a double
hobby.
Yeah.
It's going to come up. And also,
Lies.
I will say, if there's anything that has been proven over the past couple years, there is
Fuckers
a
like D&D.
there is a interest that people online have for other people's D&D stories, considering that there have been multiple successful Twitch shows about it. So, I will say, in our defense,
To be fair, usually at least one person in the group is famous enough that people are there for
Yeah,
Well,
they can
exactly.
get away with that.
I also had to
Yeah,
drop out
they can
of
get away with it.
one of the campaigns I
what are you
said.
talking about? I'm super famous. I made like one movie like 5 years
Also,
ago.
what do you mean lies? I only have like one,
Lies?
maybe three hobbies.
One, maybe three hobbies is lies.
Really? How is that a lie?
One, maybe three. You said you only had one hobby.
Yeah, because I realized there's a slight hyperbole.
That's why I said lies.
Still,
Not one.
I have a very narrow interest. I have interests, but I have like very few hobbies. D&D is pretty much one of them. It's
To quote
One
the
of
Mad
them.
Hatter character from Futurama, change places. I have a thing that I can talk about.
Ooh,
I thought that was the original.
Tell me about the beer.
Yes, the beer.
Oh, yes, I can talk about that too. Excellent.
what?
Okay, let's start with that.
the what?
The Fat Boy beer.
Tell
So,
me
Oh.
about the beer.
there's this one beer. I absolutely loved it. And I had it a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
7 years.
Oh, no.
I had it
4
once
20 years
because
ago.
a buddy that was staying with me at that time went to a liquor store and he is Belgian and like picked out a bunch like 5 different beers and just like, oh hey, just like thanks for letting me crash like here. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I try them out and I'm just like, these are goddamn amazing and I need to find more of them. So I found all of them except for one. It is called Le Chouf. I'll put up a little picture. There's the picture. So
There's a unicycle, no man.
I have been looking for this beer, no joke, for over 7 years.
Oh my god.
It has taken a long ass goddamn time to find this thing, and I find it in Langley of all places.
He is a Fat Boy beer.
He is a fat boy on a
Beautiful.
unicycle with a little goddamn flag, and he's amazing, and I love him.
He's a big boy.
He's a chunky boy.
Big boy.
But yes,
That's
I was just
cool.
like, oh, I got like visibly excited. Like I'm just wandering around like the little beer section that's there, and just kind of because it's like a brand new feature that they have. It's at Everything Wine, and like all of a sudden they have beer and hard liquor there. So I'm like, all right, well I'm gonna
Well, then
go
it's not
check out
Everything.
and see what they got. And of course I go straight to the import section because I want to see what they got. And then I just see this, just there, and I'm just like, excuse me, what? Like I almost yelled in the middle of the store to Vic, and I'm just like, no, wait, and I
that's
better just
valid.
go I gotta go wander up over there, and I got about halfway to her, and then I realized I should probably go grab it so I can show her that I actually found it, and then I went back, grabbed it, went back and found her, and then told her the exact same thing. He's like, do you remember the empty bottle that I have because I had it 7 years ago and I've been searching forever? Oh my god, I goddamn found it. And she's just like, oh my god, fucking what the hell is wrong
Okay,
with
you
you?
can have your happy.
That's adorable.
I was so happy. And of course, she was the one paying for everything that day too. So I'm just like, like without saying anything, I was just kind of like presenting it and it's like, can I has this? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. It's like, oh my god, yeah. She's like, you can get a second
What are
one
you
too.
gonna
Like,
say?
"Oh!"
What are you gonna say? No? Like after 7 years, you can't just say no.
I know it was great.
Like, also, it kind of bugs me that this place is called Everything Wine and now it has beer. Like, no. Oh, just don't.
Like
You
at that
can't-
point, just call it everything.
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like I mean it's the same thing with like everything bagels. Like you don't have Pringles on an everything bagel, so it's not an everything bagel. It's just
Exactly.
all of the seeds. Like that's
Exactly.
not an everything bagel.
Exactly.
Don't lie.
How dare.
Got some salt over my everything bagels.
I love that everything
No,
bagels.
don't get me wrong. I love everything bagels, but the name is wrong, and they should feel bad.
Excuse me, the only valid bagels are
No.
plain and sesame seed.
You are wrong.
Because
Yeah,
I am
I
a basic bitch.
Yes, you are. And
You're
don't do
basically
shame to my cinnamon toast.
Actually, no, what? No, cinnamon toast bagels are actually quite good.
Cinnamon toast is supremely good with like Nutella.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, never mind. I just haven't had one in such a long time.
Anyways, you were gonna say something else, McBride.
Yes, I got distracted by the beer, and of course I'm looking at it because it's on my desk right now. I'm just kind of longingly looking at it, just like, oh, after all this time.
True love.
I know.
The blonde gnome.
Chewy, we're home.
No, so this weekend, does that make sense when this comes out? Yes. So this coming
This weekend.
weekend, after this episode comes out,
So
my
next-
band is playing the first ever show in like 2 years.
Oh my god, it's been 2 years. But also, congrats.
I know. I'm so excited. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be great.
I'm excited. Where are you?
I know. And then all like our other guitarist asked us a few weeks ago if we wanted to play a show out in Maple Ridge in January. And we're all just saying, it's like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And then like yesterday when we all had practice and one of the guys was saying, he's like, am I the only one that completely forgot we agreed to do a show in January? He's like, yep. Up until he posted like the poster saying like the official poster for the January show. He's like, oh right, yeah, that's a thing. I forgot about that.
Oh, also,
We all agreed about that.
yeah.
I know, we all agreed on it, and we just kind of forgot about it because this one show has been like the main focus for so long. It was supposed to happen in October, and then it just constantly got pushed
man.
back. So it was like it's finally happening.
What you can't see it, but Chris is doing the thing where they're rubbing their knuckles
It's
together.
I want to say something that I'm excited about.
Yes.
thing.
He's-
Yes.
I put in my notice at work.
Ooh, yay!
I got into the program that I've been trying to get into for like a career program thingy. So I'm gonna be working. Well, it's not really working. It's like a school thing.
Are you getting paid to do it?
Yes.
Then it's fucking work.
Either way, I don't have to
Yep.
work with people anymore for a time.
Yes, there you go.
No more overstimulation
Well,
from
no.
all of the loud sounds.
Oh god.
Correction. You have to work with less people. There is no
It's
job where
actually
you don't
not
have
even
to
like,
work
it's
with.
not even
I'm
with
sure there's a
people.
job that exists.
You know what? It's not even
But
the
I
people.
can't
The
think
people
of it.
isn't the worst part, although it's a terrible part. No, it's the fact that where I work, there's the really loud fucking background sound of the fish tanks, and then there's also the screeching birds, and then there's also the fluorescent lights, and then there's also the beeping of the till all the way up at the front,
Oh.
and then there's also the dogs everywhere, and the children screaming, and the plant tank, and I'm like, ah!
I'm
I have
realizing
regular, like, I get so angry every Saturday inside. It's
I'm-
just like that.
I'm realizing how horrible an idea it would be to ever take you to the warehouse I work at.
Oh, I would kill somebody.
You
Or myself.
No.
You underestimate my power.
But because well, like have you ever been near a warehouse job before?
My dad's a trucker.
Fair. But yeah, I'm just realizing
I
how
mean, you've been near it.
That's
Let me
true.
put it this way: I have been out to those. I don't think I've been to a warehouse specifically, but I have been on like a shit ton of like construction sites, and I've been out to those yards where you pick up like the flat decks and all those shit.
yeah,
And,
you
like,
would
I really like the big trucks though. They're like all bumpy.
you would not. I could not think of a worse place for you to be than a
No.
warehouse job.
But next
Considering
week's
how
gonna suck.
easily you get overstimulated.
Well, hopefully though, I have earplugs coming in the next couple weeks that'll actually be good, and hopefully it'll help. But like next week's gonna suck for me because I agree. So I have again. It's been really bad as well because there's dog training classes on Saturdays, and I love the dog training classes. Don't get me wrong, but there's some really loud dogs. And also, we're doing at PetSmart. They're doing like the Santa photos. So next week.
Oh,
There's Santa
I love
photos.
those.
I know. But there's really loud yappy dogs, especially the teeny tiny little shits. And
It's always the
Yeah.
teeny tiny ones.
we have that
Those
going
aren't dogs.
on.
Those are just really big rats.
Yeah. We
Well,
have that going on.
some of
but
them,
then
the rats are
also,
bigger.
It's an 8 to 4:30 shift, so that sucks on its own. And then I kind of agreed because I felt like I had to, but I kind of agreed to go out for drinks with these coworkers because I'm kind of also leaving, and also we're going out drinks with our old manager, so maybe I can actually find out why the fuck he left the company. But like, so I'm gonna go from a really loud, overstimulating environment where I come home and I take like a 2-3 hour nap every fucking shift, and then go out to another loud and overstimulating environment without my earplugs, and go.
The bar.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this will be interesting. We will see how bad I am next week on the podcast. Stay tuned.
It'll be interesting.
I'll have a good laugh.
I will.
I'll be here. You'll be overstimulated dead. I will be physically dead because all of my trucks are finally coming in this week.
All of your trucks.
There's been no trucks because nothing can get here.
Mm-hmm.
What trucks?
No freight.
The
All the
delivery
roads are
trucks, because the highways are
Well,
fucked.
no, but why
Yeah.
does Kira have trucks?
Delivering to your store?
Yeah.
Oh, work.
Yeah.
I was so confused. I'm like, why
Yeah,
are
she's
they?
got it.
Why
I
are
got it.
Why are
I mean,
they
to be-
delivering things to Kira? What?
To be fair, I was kind of thinking the same thing, and it's like, why does she have
Like,
like
what did you
fleet trucks
order?
being delivered to her?
Yeah. You did not
So-
specify work, so I'm like, what do you have delivering to you? I don't understand.
I'm also equally curious. What does the dollar store have that needs to be freighted
All
in
of
from
the-
like
well, all of the merchandise,
Abbotsford
all of
or
the-
Everything.
Kelowna or something like that?
So the way it works where we are, we have the big main warehouse that's here, which is why we had trucks for a while where no one else didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the dollar store food is actually imports from other countries.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh yes, okay, that makes sense now. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
So,
about the food. I was
that's our
thinking
warehouse.
more like the Christmas stuff.
Yeah, we've had no Christmas. There are people constantly complaining about Christmas, but no food.
Yeah.
My shelves.
Yeah.
I'm getting my actual manager complaining at me for no food. I'm like, there's
What are you
literally
supposed to
nothing
do
I
about
can
it?
do. Like when she says that, because she has her manager nattering her, I just
Yeah.
kind of look over and I just do like the Will Smith wife gesture
Yeah.
to my bins
Yeah.
that have like 3 boxes in them. I'm like,
This is
what
where
do
I
you
would
want me to
put the food if I had any.
Dingleberg.
Thank you
I think
for
you're-
understanding what I was referring to.
I knew exactly where you were going.
Yeah, there was because these are 4, 1, 2, 3. There are 4 high shelves if you count the very top. So I jumped up on top to the 3rd shelf, and I was just kind of chilling up there because I had nothing to do for like 20 minutes.
Why is Kira on the table? She likes to feel tall.
Miss Keisha.
Miss Keisha.
Why is Miss Keisha on the 3rd shelf?
What's
was
she doing
more of,
there? I don't know. She looks like she's fucking dead.
I hate this fucking
fucking
family.
Oh no.
There's a vine of the
Yeah.
guy being told to go onto the fridge.
Beautiful.
Anyway,
So
Kira, sorry.
because a lot of us had nothing to do, we were kind of just fooling around. Like it got to the point where like if any of us have any kind of cart to pull stuff out, someone will sit on the cart with the boxes. We'll just go to wherever we need to go.
Oh, that sounds like fun though. I like to sit on.
It
tall
is
things.
very fun.
Like I like to sit on
There's the-
places that are not meant to be sat on.
Yeah,
so
true.
they know my leg doesn't work very well, but it works.
What?
They don't. We've been over the fact my leg don't work, sweetie.
No,
many
it cut out a little bit there.
Listen, I have the object permanence of a dead goldfish. Okay?
That's zero. That's literally negative.
Yes, I know. I specify dead goldfish because actually living goldfish actually have a pretty good memory.
Really good. They're fish. Fish are not as stupid as people think.
No, but a dead one
Except bass.
is very dumb. And that's what I am.
Anything. So, they had seen me to get to this third shelf before, just stand on the lower shelf to pull boxes down. So they just asked, like, is it even possible for you to get up there without the ladder?
You underestimate.
I'm like, no, it's not. And like, yeah, it is. And they're like, no, it's not. And I just literally just scaled up 2 shelves and sat on the third one and just kind of lied there for a second.
Oh, yeah.
It's over here. I have the high ground.
I see people climb the shelves all the time at work. It's just, you're not supposed to. It's bad. Don't do it.
You're not supposed
But
to. Do not do that.
When you're short and you don't like ladders, you do what you gotta.
Yeah, PSA,
So
don't
the
do
only
that.
ladder, don't do that. Yes, I don't do that. I do know which ones I can and cannot climb on because I know which of the
Because
shelves are
she's learned
bolted
from
to the ground.
experience.
I go through, when I have warehouse or racking wherever I go through and make sure I know which ones are bolted to the ground and which ones are not.
That's good. That's a good thing to know.
Mhm.
It'd be bad to
That's a
find
very
that out
good
the
thing
hard
to know.
way.
So I know which ones will be able to support my weight at an awkward angle and which ones will not. And I'm very afraid of the ladder we have right now because it's broken and actually just smashed my hand between the ladder and the warehouse racking a few days ago.
Evil ladder.
Ow!
Is that why you're bleeding, or are you bleeding for other reasons?
It didn't bleed, it just bruised really bad.
Oh, okay.
Bleeding for other reasons. I'm bleeding because I have so much. So
Oh, is this your
It's
psoriasis?
winter. yeah, it's winter, so my psoriasis is really bad because I have dry skin.
Right.
And it's making my psoriasis worse.
Okay.
But when I get really stressed, 2 things are very apparent. A, I don't sleep.
Mood.
I've had 4 hours of sleep only a night for
Oh,
like 3
Jesus,
weeks.
Kira.
I don't sleep. I can't sleep. I cannot. I try.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
The other thing is I get very itchy.
Don't scratch it.
Okay, I don't notice it. I just I'm stressed, anxiety, scratch.
Yeah.
Usually it's just my arms, but because of the dry scalp on top of psoriasis, I've been scratching that. So it cuts open quite a bit.
I just remember
The worst is I had a first aid course, came to work the next day. We're doing the first aid course for worse. Scratched open a giant cut on the top of my scalp right above my forehead. And just like, God damn it. And I thought nothing of it because it's a regular occurrence for me. I just kind of walked away. We don't have any paper towel, we only have toilet paper. Grabbed a wire toilet paper, weighted it in the kitchen sink, and I just kind of held it against my head. And someone looked over and was like, are you bleeding? I'm like, yeah. Are you okay?
It's normal.
It's fine. It happens daily. And they're like, are you okay?
Anytime somebody asks me if I'm okay, I just go, physically or mentally? The answer is no regardless, but I need
Yeah.
to know specifically. Also,
Well,
look at this cat thing. I want it.
I saw
I've
that
seen
on
those
Instagram
before.
the other day.
I saw it on Facebook
Mhm.
and I want it.
I've seen those before.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah, they're
interrupt,
adorable.
except I totally did, but you know.
I need to get a new long pillow soon. Mine are starting to wear out.
Get a cat.
I have pillow covers for them, so I would not.
Hmm.
I can't put sexy Garrus on a cat.
No, they.
Are you sure?
That's a set. Can we? Wait, I know what the episode should be called. Cat Girl Garrus.
Oh boy, yes, it must be.
You're
Do
gonna
it.
you're gonna make me Google strange things, aren't you?
Yes. But I'm not forcing you to do anything. Your own natural curiosity is making you.
No, see, you can't just say, "Oh, I know what the goddamn title of the episode should be," and now I have to goddamn find a thumbnail for the goddamn thing.
Just Photoshop
One
Garrus.
sec,
from
I can
cat ear.
send.
I
I don't think they don't know who Garrus is. I can fix that one sec.
no. What the hell did you just say? Cat girl,
Cat Girl Garrus.
Cat Girl Garrus.
Oh, I should
cat
type it.
girl,
Yeah.
Garrus. Hopefully I spelled that right. Oh, I was close. Oh. I'm not looking forward to having to search that.
Wait, now I want to look up Catgirl Garrus, see what happens.
Oh.
I didn't. I just
Sure.
looked up my picture of Garrus.
Oh,
You don't want
God.
that.
What-
Guaranteed it exists.
Of course it
Guaranteed.
exists.
Let me see.
It's on the internet. Of course it exists.
Actually,
It's Rule 34 all over again. If it exists, there's porn of it.
I have a friend.
I haven't found it.
She's actually the same friend who did
that picture.
the artist who did the commission of one of my D&D characters, but she also did a picture of Garrus licking a popsicle.
Oh, you sent me that one.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
looked up a picture of Catgirl Garrus, and I don't find anything, but I do find a cat that looks exactly like Kiki.
Oh, shit.
I fixed it a little and I typed in cat boy Garrus. It looks like the best closest I've got is a little wolf dressed up as Garrus Carrion as a drawing.
Or you
Closest
could
to that.
just Photoshop.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll probably just end up just I'll find
Photoshopping some
like
ears.
a little JPEG file of like cat ears with probably that picture and just kind of like shoop.
like a really shitty Photoshop. Like
Oh yeah,
don't-
no, it's gonna be terrible.
like
I also found that one.
there's a charm to like terrible Photoshop. Yeah, that's what I saw too. Actually, that would probably
That one's
be fun
adorable.
on its own. Just no context.
Yeah.
No context. There is no context on this podcast.
Of course
We don't
not.
do context here.
Context is for weaklings.
Yeah, so that's why I've been bleeding a lot.
Well,
Constant
yeah.
stress. I'm under constant stress where I'm not sleeping and I haven't been for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I would say you should get some sleep,
And-
but like that doesn't work.
It is to the point where the person, some of the people know I'm under constant stress, but they don't know how bad it is right now. They are checking on me on a 3 to 4 day basis of just, how you doing? Are you
Yeah.
okay?
Are these
I'm
the
like-
podcast or the podcast people? The
We are the podcast
we are the
people.
podcast. We are the
We
pod-
are the podcast people.
We are the pod
Yeah,
people.
the old owner is the one who keeps checking.
I figured it had to have been.
And he's the one who had just had a kid, so I'm like, you are the best dad ever.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
You're being the daddiest dad, thanks.
Maybe don't.
There's only 3 people there I would ever call dad, and we already said he was one of them.
No, it's the other word you said.
Daddiest dad.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Yep. No, I know exactly what I
I
said.
know you know exactly what you said, because you're you.
I know exactly what I said. Sitting here eating some really dry jerky.
Is this the saltwater jerky? The ocean jerky?
Yes, this is the ocean jerky. It's so good, but I feel like I'm licking the ocean.
This podcast has no context, and I am not sorry.
Okay. Very brief context. I got sent a bunch of treats from America. Someone sent me 2 bags of jerky. Cajun, really good. Original, I feel like I'm licking the ocean. But it's also very good jerky. It's like really brittle, really chewy, like perfect good jerky. Very dry.
I don't like jerky.
And what you want in good jerky. Like it's like the dries, it's crumbling in my fingers, but it's still like got some chew in it.
Jerky smells weird.
Smells like dead cow. I don't know what you expected from this.
I don't know. Maybe I just get bad jerky.
Well, I will make you some good jerky.
Okay. I will probably
Yeah.
only eat a little
Homemade
bit.
bun jerky.
No.
Meanwhile-
I'm sorry, McGraw.
I was
I'll
gonna
make you
say,
some banana chips.
meanwhile, the vegetarian of the group.
Oh, I forgot you went vegetarian.
I'll make you some banana chips. How about that?
Ooh, banana chips are
Can they be apricot?
Those are good.
I can do apricots.
I much prefer.
I've never done
apricots.
apricots, so I'd have to try them first.
Actually, I've never tried
have to
banana
look.
chips.
What?
Never had banana chips?
What?
No.
I'm going to.
Neither have I don't
What?
think. Those sound disgusting.
No.
I mean, yeah, that was my initial thought. That's why I said apricot instead. But it's like, you know
No.
what? It just
I
occurred to me. I've never
spiked.
tried a banana chip.
They're so good, and they have no mushy
don't-
texture. They're all like sweet and like.
They're really hard and crunchy like a chip, but they're sweet.
Okay, I'm
You can
open.
get
I'm
them from
game.
like 7-Eleven.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
The best ones I've ever had are actually Joe's Nuts.
I love it.
You're gonna love Joe's Nuts.
Gotta love Joe's Nuts. They do really good, actually on a side note, they do really good chocolate covered pretzels as well. Those are still the best chocolate covered pretzels I've ever had.
It's ow.
That felt painful.
Ow. I got excited and then I started waving my arms, but then I elbowed the thing.
Yeah, that'll do
It's winter, which means that the 7-Eleven only gets like chocolate covered pretzels around the winter time. So it means that they're coming. They should be here soon.
That's right. I haven't had chocolate covered pretzels in so
I
long.
want them.
You live near a Walmart. Just go buy some.
By the North Winds, I want it.
Technically, I live closer to the 7-Eleven than I do a Walmart. Like a Walmart's a bus ride away.
And we also honestly live closer to the superstore than the Walmart.
That
Yeah.
is true. That is very true.
But like that requires me to have the energy to walk places and talk to people, and no. Also, money.
You talk to people when you go to the store?
Yeah,
I don't.
Well, I have to when they
Oh,
say, "Hello, how are you? How was your day going?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm a person, I think.
So you mean you don't just walk the fuck past them?
I'm talking about at the till.
Oh,
Self checkout.
Yeah. If there's a self checkout, I talk to no one.
Superstore. But there's also just a lot of people around.
Although I will say, occasionally though, well, actually, you know what? And this is not a knock
the
against
lights are sharp.
Service workers, but people also are generally a lot of the times fairly nice.
It's not that. It's just that I have to then remember how to be a person.
Yeah.
Also, the lights are sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, my new glasses came. I'm so happy.
Oh,
That's
yay!
right.
You can see things now.
You can see clearly now.
I can see clearly
I made it
now. All
first.
of my workers.
Sorry.
All of my workers are very confused.
Yeah, they've never seen you with glasses, I think, right?
They see me a few times because my last pair were too big for my face. I wore them on top of my head, except unless I needed them.
Oh, is that why you always said that?
So they're like, these fit, so they were on my face all day, and they kind of just kept stopping what they were doing and looking, and I'm like, what? And they're like, just not used to it. And I take off my glasses. Are you used to this? The horribly sleep-deprived, clearly black bags under my eyes? And they're like, yeah.
I really like glasses
Thanks.
because like mine have a bunch of scratches on them, and that's the only reason I don't wear them anymore. Is because there's a scratch that's like right in the middle of the fucking glasses, and I can't stand it. Also, masks are annoying with glasses.
Yeah.
You've seen my
I have
mask, it's
found
got,
a
like, an
little
actual
trick.
earpiece.
I have found a little trick to make sure that they don't get foggy. It works at least 92% of the time.
Oh.
Because, like, it does give you, like, that whole, like, librarian look because you have to, like, pull them out almost to the tip of your nose, but that way it's on top of the mask. So, like, the mask bit is, like, you're breathing into your eyeballs a little bit, but you learn to just, like, live with dry eyes after a while. And then, but that way you don't have foggy vision.
50% of the time, it works every time.
Exactly.
See, I just have that really special mask that you guys see occasionally. It's got a
Yes,
built-in
I have
nose
seen
piece.
that, yeah.
I have a bunch of those too, but I don't like them. I don't like it. I don't like masks because I have like 3 masks that I can wear because they are like a much thinner material that doesn't hang like super close to my face.
Mm-hmm.
Any of the other masks, like I'm really sad because I have a bunch of Christmas masks and I like wearing the Christmas masks. I also fucking hate wearing the Christmas masks because they're too close to my face, and it's just like, no, get off of my fucking face, you fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah, off my face. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I
I
love
have
my
two
mask.
that I have two that I flip-flop between depending on how well my team did that day.
Oh, sweetie.
They won today, so they get the good one.
Sports things.
Sports.
Sports
We like
things,
sports and we
things.
don't care who knows.
I don't understand sports. They're weird.
It's a well, that was a Lonely Island reference, but it's English football that I've been watching.
So
I missed the game this morning because it was at 6 a.m. and I was just nope.
Up in the morning at 6 a.m. Spread a little butter,
So
spread a
I-
little jam. On toast.
Pretty much.
On toast. Sorry, it's a song that my dad constantly would sing and it's just it's a good one.
Okay.
Engraved in your brain.
I don't
Yep.
understand. I'm very confused.
Because
It's okay, sweetie.
yeah, no, my dad who
Your dad's weird.
I mean, yes.
Your dad's a special person, and I love him.
Oh yeah, no, it's really funny how like if I ever talk to my dad about how I think I have ADHD, he's generally baffled because he doesn't quite understand how ADHD actually works, which is
Meanwhile,
fair.
he has ADHD.
Meanwhile, he also very obviously now has ADHD because it's like I think I gave him a bunch of the PS4 games because they were games I could get off the PlayStation Network for free. So I was like, well, I don't really need the discs anymore. So I gave them off to him, and so there were some really good ones. Like there was the original Last of Us, there was Uncharted 4, there was Red Dead Redemption 2, and I was just like, oh yeah, sweet. I look forward to seeing how many of these he plays and stuff. And I come back months later. I'm like, hey, so you played any of those games I gave you? Nope. I'm replaying Mass Effect for the 13th time. And I'm like, oh, it's like staring into a fucking mirror.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you,
How many of those 13 times did he romance Garrus?
Dad's not gonna romance Garrus.
Garrus is his best buddy.
Yeah, Garrus is his best buddy.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot he does the bromance with Garrus.
And my dad, I don't think my dad's ever. No. My dad has done a femshep playthrough, but he's usually male shepherd.
I was about to say, don't lie to me. I've had that conversation with Dad.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's just my dad usually plays as male shepherd instead of femshep.
Oh.
It's also just really funny now. Like, whenever you talk to him about like the Steve Cortez romance in 3, he's very much the older guy who's like cool with the gays but doesn't quite know how to react when it's actually presented to him.
Oh boy.
He's just like, oh, I don't want him to think I'm hitting on him. Like, Dad, you just have to pick you just don't pick the option that says I'm interested in you.
Oh, buddy.
It's just like, oh bless,
Aw.
oh bless you, Dad. It's it's not that difficult to not
Buddy.
romance Steve Cortez.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. It's not as scary as you think.
It's not as scary as you think. That being said, I've never romanced Steve Cortez.
I don't know who these people
I
are.
have.
Actually, yes, you do know who Steve Cortez is because have I ever shown you the Steve?
Oh, him.
Yeah, that's Steve
I'm
Cortez. It is the one bit that I've really shown Chris is the bit in Mass Effect 3. Well, that's the only one Steve Cortez is in. But how they very clearly recorded a bunch of lines for when Steve gets shot down, and whether or not he lives or not, Shepard will always make the same Steve, because they clearly recorded that reaction. Like when if Steve Cortez dies, and you romanced him, that would be Shepard's reaction. But let's say you talk to him maybe twice throughout the actual game and you get shot down, and it's like, Steve, I'm all right. You sure?
Also,
Fuck are you?
the last time you played, it didn't play the yell. So he just
Oh,
goes...
no, it's because I played with Femshep and she doesn't do the Steve.
But
She just goes,
no, it did.
Yeah.
No, it did the subtitle for it,
oh, yes, it did.
and then he's just like, "I'm all right." It's like, I didn't ask. But okay.
So here's something you've got to understand about the original Mass Effect and male Shep versus fem Shep. Fem Shep is the biggest badass in the universe.
Oh yeah.
Male Shep is a himbo.
Yeah. It's so accurate, though.
Kiki
He's
comes
such
to
a-
say
That is-
hello.
You big, stupid jellyfish.
What?
It's a thing.
That is an option only male Shep gets.
I don't.
Where there's
understand.
options that only female Shep gets.
Femshep will also
Where-
say the stupid jellyfish line.
Like,
I thought oh, no, yeah, she does.
I don't understand.
Doesn't it? No, she doesn't say you big stupid jellyfish, though.
Yeah, she does because I played through 3, and the Kasumi mission she uses the line as well.
In the Kasumi one. I was thinking of the one in the first one.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that one.
I like the episode where we talked about Mass Effect for a long time.
Listen,
Time.
Every
Listen.
single one.
Listen,
Yeah.
we got on a tangent. of all the people, I figure you would understand.
Yeah, but it's all space. I mean, space is interesting, but not
Also,
not that space.
McBride, shall we talk about PB? PB? PB?
PB?
PB?
PB?
Oh
PB.
yeah, PB.
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 I don't understand.
PB's from Mass Effect Andromeda.
Okay.
Oh,
the way
PB! Oh, she's so hot.
There it is.
Oh my god.
There it is.
See,
I
I think
love her.
I think we've discovered like the difference between me and McBride and our types. Cause I see PB and I'm like, but I look at Vetra, I'm like, fuck
I
yeah.
need to look up what
Although,
Hey.
Spiny
honestly,
bird girl? Yes.
I need to
I prefer Kelly over PB.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's
It's
Kelly?
the accent,
It's
isn't it?
100%
yes.
the accent.
It's
Yes,
the accent,
Kelly's great.
isn't it?
That's
Kelly
exactly
is
what it
fucking
is.
good.
blue person.
Yeah. I was so upset every single time that I played that it never got any further. I was like,
Brown-haired person.
but why?
What
Isn't
was
she
that?
like she? I think
I
it's because she's
crave.
highly religious.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it
religious
is. Yeah. It's like,
Oh, Vetra?
Okay. I'm looking up
She's
some of
hot.
these names.
Vetra is hot. It's also because she's like
Oh.
maybe the second
Okay,
on-screen
Garrus the
female
female.
Tyrion.
Correct.
Yeah.
Cool. So we got
And it
blue
was-
person, brown-haired person, and Garrus. But
Although,
female.
wait. That being said, I am forgetting
Yep.
about Jal.
oh, Joel.
Oh, Jal.
Octopus man.
Oh, Joel.
Oh,
I
Jal.
don't know what any of these mean. What's
See, it was
He's
it,
an octopus man.
it was the one aspect of Andromeda that to me outsold the original trilogy was the fact that
Okay,
like
weird tentacle boy. Got it.
yeah he's actually pretty great.
He's
Yep,
good.
Okay.
He's pretty good.
So we
If
got
you
blue
romance him, he
person-
blows you under a waterfall.
Yes, I
Correct.
remember that.
We got blue person, tentacle person, brown-haired human, and Tyrion
I-
Lady Garrus.
I remember the first ever time playing Andromeda, I made the extreme fatal mistake of choosing to romance the Scottish science officer.
Oh yes, Kelly.
That was the major mistake. Because it doesn't go anywhere and she wants to be exclusive.
Yeah,
Oh, so soulless.
kind of.
Pretty much.
I've just realized like Mass Effect and Dragon Age are different because Mass Effect, from what I can recall, never has a romance option that dicks you over.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if there's well, actually no, that's not true. There's Jacob, but Jacob just cheats on you, and Jacob was boring
Jacob's an
anyway.
asshole.
What an
I
asshole.
hate it. Okay, so here's the part I hate about Jacob.
Apart from just everything.
Apart from everything. So they're like, let's give everybody a black guy. And they were like, yay! And then it's like, let's make him a terrible, boring, normal ass human being. No!
Well, it's also
Let's also make him bad.
it's also amazing
No!
because he's little. It's so funny because he's such a bland, boring character. But then you literally talk to any of the other squad mates in Mass Effect 2. Like, every single other character in Mass Effect 2 is amazing. And then there's it's just like, oh, okay, we only had room for this many amazing characters. We have to have one more who's just boring.
Do you think one day we'll get another final or another Dragon Age?
One day.
One day.
One day. Will it be in our lifetimes?
No.
Who the fuck knows?
No.
It'll be as soon as you two start the playthrough and upload
Exactly.
it
To
to
be fair,
JKT
that's when it's
Gaming.
gonna happen.
To be fair, though, like
We
a
are
lifetime
actually
can be very short if you do it right.
to be to be fair to us, we are actually we now realize we wouldn't have been able to do it because of our gaming situation, because we would have had to do it on the laptop, and we only have one good laptop.
What does this mean, husband, son, grandpa?
And so
okay.
basically, yeah, we just need to wait until we can get Chris a new laptop, pretty much, so that one of us can run the
Yeah.
Elgato and the other one can record and play the game.
My laptop started to do a fun new trick. It's called the battery doesn't charge, and sometimes it forgets what the charger is.
Trust me, we all know
Oh,
the fun
no.
things your laptop's been doing, because we were on that last D&D session when it started to wig out.
Oh yeah, that one too. No, sometimes it'll just it's like, oh, charger Don't know her. Good night. I'm going to bed. Like, cool.
Charger, I hardly know her.
It's like, but I was playing Sims, you bitch. I
love
have
it.
it saved.
That was beautiful.
So I found that funny.
That was beautiful.
That was a good one.
That was beautiful.
I'll see myself out.
No.
I'm losing to a bird.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
Yep.
Take a bow, McBride.
Take a vote. We
Take a bow.
binged the rest of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, we finished Brooklyn
Oh,
Nine-Nine.
nice.
It was amazing.
I don't know what else to binge now.
And the thing is, now I've just been like, okay, I've just started this mini series called Midnight Mass that was shot here, and I delivered to it because I recognize
Ooh.
it was one of the shows that our work worked on, and it's really funny just seeing, especially just in the first episode, and seeing all the different locations around Vancouver that I also dropped off at. And I'm like, I see how this was used for such and such place. And
Let's pretend Canada is once again the States.
yep,
I want
Pretty
Umbrella
much.
Academy to come back.
it will.
Sorry, it just showed up on
Wonder.
Netflix screen.
I still
day.
have yet to see that newest season.
You should watch it. It's
Oh.
good.
Watch it.
It's very good.
You should watch it. It's good.
Honestly, the second season is kind of way better than the first season. And I like the first season.
Well, the first season's always like where
Yeah.
it's gonna get its-
But the
it's
first
getting
season's
its-
very much, you're kind of waiting for it to get going, and then like maybe the
Yeah,
last two episodes,
yeah,
like,
I get
okay,
that.
now we finally got going. This second season, it's like, oh, we hit the ground running.
Well, they couldn't. Well, they couldn't do the second season without the first season.
Oh yeah, like
Like-
it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
I won't say. I can't say much more than that. But just the.
You know what
way
I'm
the
waiting
story
for?
builds up.
The Dragon Prince season 4.
Yes.
Ooh,
When is
yes.
that going to happen?
I need
I
it.
don't know.
But critical.
It's been so
the
long.
Critical Role show's coming out soon.
Yes.
In 2 more months.
Legends of Vox Machina is coming out February 6th,
7th.
7th.
Because my physiatrist appointment's on February 4th, 5th.
One of those days.
One of those 2 days. I really should figure that out. Because that's a thing. But, yes.
So, you know what? I was looking at when this would maybe come out. God, it released in 2019. The season 3 of Dragon Prince.
Oh
Holy
god.
crap.
2019.
Well, to be fair though,
Well, actually,
we've been in shot.
That makes
shutdown,
sense
lockdown.
because I remember watching the first couple episodes at McBride's old place.
Yeah.
Right.
And
yes.
I just, because
I
I
don't remember
remember
why,
when
but I was sitting-
Callum and Rayla finally kissed and we all freaked the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
That was good.
That was some good shit.
We should rewatch that again. But I miss.
It's really funny because
I
we have
miss the
I have
bum.
definitely rewatched Dragon Prince at least 2 times while we were in quarantine.
I miss the ba-bum sound.
Ba-bum.
All right, here we go. I found some semi-recent news on it.
Oh.
Yeah, because I've heard there have been updates, but I haven't
So
read
it got
them.
confirmed for 4 more seasons.
Yeah, like they've
It's a new
confirmed it for the
series
long haul.
Kind of thing, but
They've got the scripts for season 4 have all been written.
okay.
And this information was released 2021 at New York Comic Con. So
Yeah, I think I
Not
remember
good.
something about that.
Yeah.
season 4 will likely release sometime in late 2022. There we go.
Late
Okay.
2022.
Late next
I mean,
year.
to be fair, it's a lower budget animation team,
I don't care, I wanna know.
and animation takes
is-
a
it is a
fucking
lot.
long ass time.
Animation takes a long ass time.
Mhm. And they go into some dang detail in Dragon Prince.
Yes.
do.
You seen
It's
some of that armor?
although it's really interesting because I watched I watched the first couple episodes of this new series Arcane, and
The League of Legends show?
yeah, the League of Legends show, and like I know nothing about League of Legends, but it's a really
pretty.
good show.
I like the Imagine Dragons song. I like Imagine.
Yeah, they play. There's an Imagine Dragons song as during the opening credits.
Well, I think it was actually written for the show.
It might have been. Yeah, I think it was. But it's really interesting because I also follow a lot of like animation people on Twitter because I started following people when I was watching Castlevania and realized a bunch of the Castlevania teams on Twitter, and that spiraled into me now following a lot of animation teams. But it's really interesting watching Arcane and then having people say like, yeah, this is what you get when you actually give an animation studio enough time and enough money to like properly, do their vision, and how so much like you people it's like, oh yeah, one episode of Arcane was made with like triple the budget of like a season of Dragon Prince.
Jesus.
And
Yep.
which is funny because Dragon Prince to me is also like frame rate issues aside is also still to me looks amazing.
Frame rate issues were only really a big thing in like the first season.
Yeah, the first season.
The first season was very janky.
And it's also just one of those things where it's like once you watch a few episodes, you honestly kind of just forget.
It just
It-
becomes
yeah.
part of the aesthetic at that
Exactly.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what I also really
Mhm.
want to come back? His Dark Materials.
Oh yes, I know they're.
Yeah,
I think they're
yeah.
currently filming the third, and
Yeah,
I
I
guess
think-
that would have to be the final season. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's the last book.
Yeah, it is. Vic has been anxiously waiting for it.
I mean that's a mood.
Yeah, that's the thing about any of the live action shit. It's going to be really delayed with COVID.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Especially because I think it's a pretty big production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
I also
Right.
wish there was more good omens.
There's going to be.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they already said they're trying to work on another book or something.
Well, I don't think they've been working on another
Um,
book, but I think apparently
Terry
they're
Pratchett's
they're
dead.
doing another series.
Neil Gaiman.
Yeah. But
The other
Terry
one.
Pratchett wrote the original novel and he's dead.
That was a Crow wrote.
Yeah, Neil Gaiman
Oh, that's
and Terry
true.
Pratchett worked
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, it was co-wrote. So I think the one person is writing a sequel, or they had the jots down of a sequel or something
Yeah, I think I
that
read
never
something
came
about
to
that.
fruition. Really quickly, cute story my mother did before we have to end the podcast.
Oh.
My mother doesn't do cute things, but
Yeah,
she did last night. Literally last night. So she got home. We both closed last night. My work closes first, though, so I was home already.
Mhm.
And I was gonna go lie in bed to try and have my sleep. Didn't work. Walked into my bedroom at 11. Didn't. Last time looked at the clock, it was like 1 a.m. Oh well. But so I hear the door close slam that she comes home, and then I hear my name being screamed.
Uh-oh.
That late at night, someone's calling my name. Something bad happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, no questions asked. Get up, walk in the living room. What the fuck happened? And then my mom just comes around the corner with a big smirk on her face, and she's like, "Happy St. Nick's," and she hands me a bag of chocolate coins.
Aww.
And something my aunt used to do, and I bet you she will when I see her next. She buys us those chocolate letters.
Oh, those are good.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's some good shit.
So, and she was like
Eggs or
all
something like
excited.
that?
And she's like, "I remembered St. Nick's this year at the last minute before I left work." And I'm like, "This is adorable.
That
A
is
plus.
really cute.
A plus
A plus.
adorable right now." Just like snickering in the corner. I was like, "Oh my god,
Tried and just
my
succeeded.
god."
She
He
she
succeeded.
understood the assignment.
Yeah.
She understood the assignment. Really funny because like, I found a bag of specula, which are like cinnamon gingerbread cookies.
Ooh.
So I found a bag of those, and I was like, "Ooh!" And I bought a bag, and they're sitting in my bed, and that's what I was like. I'll just have my cookies all day, and this will be my Saint Nick's because I know my aunt's busy, so I can't go see her. My brother doesn't really do much with me, and I was like,
Time to celebrate.
wish other people that I know celebrate it, so nobody in this country, Saint Nick's.
Nope.
Well, tell us how to celebrate
Nope.
it, and like we'll start celebrating it with you.
Yeah.
I don't know how to celebrate it, actually. I just know when we were younger, my aunt would take us
I mean, to be
to her
fair,
apartment.
that there's this thing called Google.
Yeah, but like we're talking about
Google
it now.
exists. So, really quickly, we would stick all our shoes at the front door and stick a carrot in it, because you have to leave it for his horse.
Right, makes sense.
And then he would come and bring you presents, same as, Santa Claus. The way my aunt did it, though, is they have another character with theirs called Black Peter, and he was black
Oh,
because
I've
of
heard
chimney
about
snoot
that.
people.
Yeah, I've heard about Black Peter.
Black from chimney suit, not because they're being black racist. It was a whole ordeal a few years ago.
Yeah, I think I
Oh.
heard about that.
Now, here's the problem that we did that I didn't see a problem with as a child because I understood it was supposed to be chimney suit, is one of her friends dressed as Black Peter
Uh-oh.
ram into the door, throw cookies at us through the door, and then run off, leaving the start of... She did like a scavenger hunt around the house to find all the presents that had been left. really cute. Still have the riddles for the scavenger hunt.
That's cute.
But me being me, every time they did this, I would run after the person dressed as Black Peter to try and catch them. I was 16 before I caught them. 16 people.
Nice.
I've been doing this since I was 5. 11 years it took me to catch them. 11 years.
We should start celebrating.
Obviously, by then
with you.
It was really funny because like I always had my hunches of who it was, but I'm like, there's no way, because she always walks in the door like 10 minutes later, completely clean. No way. So I can kind of see, like, as I'm chasing after them, I see this really ornate outfit. Obviously, they've got like suit marks all over them, and I can't quite see their face. I'm like, there's no fucking way they got all that makeup and all that costume off in 10 minutes. Finally figured out how they did it. They literally, they duped me in either the elevators or the stairs in the building. Go to the apartment building on the floor above us that my aunt also owned. Quickly wash up and walk back downstairs.
My God.
Wow.
It's like fucking so ornate just to get me duped.
Probably have
Love
some
it.
sort of like career in the theater, having to do an outfit,
Yeah, quick
outfit
changes.
change
Right?
that
Yeah.
quickly.
Never question the Dutch.
Ever.
Never
They're-
question the
they're
Dutch and their
crafty
ability to do that. Crafty fucking bastards.
There are two things I hate most in this world: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch.
Well, should we leave it there?
Yeah.
Yep.
There.
Perfect.
little bit of craziness. Yeah, so don't forget, if you are watching this on Monday, hopefully my audio doesn't fuck up.
Yes.
Hopefully I think I fixed the problem. I think I found out what was corrupting my files, so this should be fine.
Okay, good.
So don't forget to give us a follow if you're watching this on any other platform on Monday that is not YouTube, like Google Podcasts, Spotify. One of these days I'll remember the other 4, but as it
Some,
only 2 I
yeah.
don't remember. If you're watching this on Wednesday on YouTube, I'm not sorry for anything, but don't forget to lick all those buttons. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see or hear, technically, more of our naughty little bullshit. Hit the like button if you like what you hear, like what horrible things McBride's put in the silence blots, because I hate those. Crazy little gremlins. And if you want to hear me and McBride talk some horrible sexy bullshit, go check out the YouTube channel. I'm working on Zelda. I don't know why Zelda's not being my friend. I'm working on it. I've literally gotten the old PC out and I've turned it back on at this rate.
Yeah.
This is the only way it's happening.
Yeah.
This is the way.
A Smash tournament is out now. I'm working on the other one.
One of the Smash tournaments is out. So if you want to see a Smash
If you want to see
with all
If you
4
want
of
to
us,
see all
and not
4
just
of us
2.
all
smash.
4 of us, especially an extra quiet me.
Extra quiet, Devin.
It's okay. I made it work.
Made it work.
He's
Don't
good.
worry, Devin. We ridiculed you enough. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, don't forget to give JKT Gaming a follow as well if you want to hear us play some Vigi games. And maybe one day Devin and Chris will do shit, but who
Eventually.
knows?
One day.
We are literally at
One
this.
day.
I am all set to do it. We just gotta get one more laptop.
I'll give you a little bit more incentive there, Devin. If and when eventually you start recording something, I will edit it.
No, that's okay. I literally have an editing
I'm
software.
just poor.
I
But
am
also, it would be faster if we made McBride do it.
honestly, it'd be faster if we did it.
Depends if
It
you
It
know what
depends
you're
on
doing.
who's good at editing.
I mean,
And I'm
I'm
literally going to school
Devin,
for it.
I
so.
really
Yeah.
That's
hope
true.
Devin knows what he's doing. He went to school for it.
I went to school for it
Really hope
4 years ago.
That's
and
true.
It was never my sort to. However, this stuff is pretty simple. So
It's not hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta link the audio and the video and link it up.
Unless you do fancy little smash cuts and cutting out the boring grinding parts and all of this stuff.
Oh,
Which who knows? Maybe I'll do that. But
I should
Anyways.
give you a little
Oh.
Dragon's Cafe one time. Just have fun with it.
Oh no.
Oh, that's the worst thing in the world to edit. Trust us. Anyway, we hope you all have a wonderful time. I'm sorry this is a little longer than an hour, I think, this week.
I think so. Yeah.
I
And
don't think anybody's complaining.
I believe the next week's episode will be our last before our Christmas break, so
God.
stay tuned for
Yes.
that. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
bye.